What's up, guys? Today we're just going to be going out in the woods over here trying to figure out what we can find as far as berries. And I know there's some wild blueberries and some wild blackberries, and we're just going to try to see what else we can find and maybe get into some other projects along the way at the base camp. So just follow us along for that. So this is one of our first finds out here. These are actually wild blueberries, and we also got a little friend joining us there, a little spider. But you can tell with the distinction of the leaves, they're kind of small, teardrop / diamond shape type deal. But they grow these, you can kind of see the life cycle. You got the real green ones right there, and then they go black or blue, purple, and then they get a little bit of a more purple, and then that's when they turn into this blue color. So the blue ones, completely edible. Just pop those right in your mouth. You can eat them. You can even eat the red ones too. But we have an abundance of these. Behind me, the tree you're seeing is actually one of our, trying to stick that in the ground, get it to regrow or something. But over here, we've got an abundance of them. Like right here, there's one in my hand right there. Got another early ripe one. I'm just gonna let that one go. And the ones up top, surprisingly enough, are some of the biggest ones. You would imagine the birds would get those, but that's not really how it goes down. But you always want to inspect them, because sometimes you'll get insects that'll eat out the sides, and that's indicative of pest, worms, things of that nature. But yeah, that's one of our first finds. So behind me here, and we were just picking all those wild blueberries, what we noticed initially when we found them was there was a ton of overgrowth. There was a lot of trees and pines and vines, really choking it out. And out here we have a lot of wisteria vines and just different things of that nature. So over here, I've had to cut down a lot of this. This was all covering our, wild blueberry patch. And so we have wild blueberries starting from here. Goes back about, I'd say, 20, 30 feet, yards, whatever. And then way up there, probably can't see it on the camera, but way up there we got a gigantic wild blueberry bush, and that's where we collected a lot of them yesterday. which you guys can see that post that I made on Facebook as well as Instagram at James Touches Grass. So admittedly, it's always good to admit when you're wrong. And again, that's what this whole channel is about. But these, oh yeah, there we go, are not blueberries. These are huckleberries. They have a very distinct size, taste, stuff like that. Still good though. Kind of tastes like a blueberry. But on another note, just wanted to correct myself on that, because you know, can't be over here thinking, you know, you're eating you know, blueberries, but they're not blueberries. That's how people die. So yeah. But anyway, so yeah, got an old shooting house over there. I didn't build that. That was pretty much my brother, stepbrother. He was out here for a while, you know, living out here, and he built that and got him some deer. So we like to hunt around here, but only if we use everything. That's one thing I'm very against. If you hunt, use everything. The hide, the head, the butt, all of it. So another thing I wanted to point out, this right here. So whenever it rains, you know, there's always water that'll you know, pit up right here. This whole land is essentially just a giant gully. If that makes sense. It's just very low elevation, and there's a big hill, and that's where we live in the camper, way up on top of that hill. But anyways, the point I was trying to make is that whenever this gets low in terms of the water level, sometimes you can find deer tracks that come through here, and you can also find scrapes as well. And what that's from is from male deer essentially marking their territory. So when they do that, they like to scrape the bottom sides of their trees that they deem as theirs. And trying to look for some, because I know I've seen some. But yeah. So once I find some, if I find some, I will definitely show that for sure. So right here, just what I was talking about earlier, guys. This is a pretty old one. Pretty old scrape here. That's bound to be some years old. We've also got some right here. Let me let it, wish it would focus for me. There we go. So these scrapes is pretty much like a wolf or some kind of wild dog that normally will, you know, mark their territory. It's a little bit more prevalent when these deer are in rut, but they do try to do it all the time. And normally, that's a pretty good indication that you're somewhere where there's going to be a lot of deer. But I just know that just simply from living here. But if you're ever in an area where, you know, maybe you're not really sure if there's a lot of deer or if there's really any wildlife or anything like that, especially ones that are preyed on, you know, that is something that you'll find. What I do know about this land is, if my sense of direction serves me right, I think this way, so more out that direction, is where all the deer that we've seen, I think that's where they bed at. But that's not part of our land. We're on private land. I don't have any interest in getting shot or mistaken for a deer or getting in trouble legally. So we will not be exploring that, unfortunately. But yeah, as much info as I can provide, I definitely want to provide that. my cameraman conked out on me, so it's going to be kind of a handheld situation for the rest of the video. It won't be a super long video, but I was going to try to at least clean up a little bit around here, all these little saplings and, you know, just different things like that. I'm trying to open this area up to where, well, I'll just show y'all. So over here, so just the orientation, there's the campsite. This is normally where we put our tent, right in here, this little green area. So all these little saplings that you see right here, this, that, one over there, mainly these guys right here. Now some of these are rotten, like this one here. I just went up to it yesterday and just bent it over, and the whole top part broke off. I guess it's not fully, you know, broken down on the bottom. I'm having some trouble identifying what exactly this is. So if anybody knows, I really appreciate it, because I dug one up. I don't know if these are really spiky. They look spiky, but I'm not really sure what this is. But I see it everywhere, and most people that I've talked to, they always try to say it's some kind of weed. But I'm not sure. I mean, heck, even dandelions are considered weeds, but they have so many health benefits to them. But back to what I was trying to show y'all. This little clearing over here is perfect for any sort of labor that you're gonna do. I gotta get all that out too. A lot of rotten trees that have fallen down, but you can also see a lot of the wisteria straight ahead over there that just vines up. As a matter of fact, there's one right in front of us. Goes all the way up. It wraps around these trees and it chokes them out. There's another one. I don't know if this is wisteria, but they just leech on these trees, man. And another common problem we have out in my area is pine beetles. Pine beetles are very, very, very invasive. And what they do, especially with pine forest, is they like to burrow in the barks down here. And what it does is it just slowly but surely rots the tree out. Matter of fact, got something for that too. So over here near the campsite is actually what we were working on a little bit earlier, which I don't know if I've shown this. I'm just going to show it again. This is my tinder pile. I need to build sort of a wall or lean-to or something. You can see where I've started putting logs on the back side there, but this tree here, completely rotten. Like, watch this. You shake it and it moves. So it's not doing so hot. Tree needs to go. We started chopping into it. Got our fell cut over here so that it'll fall away from the camp. But I'll be honest, I'm getting a little slow, getting used to the summer, spring weather, whatever you want to call it. And so I've just been taking stuff slow. But probably going to try to set up a time lapse of me clearing some of this stuff out, just a short one. And I don't know, I think that might be it for this video. But just wanted to, you know, do a little bit more than my last video. You know, that was more of an introduction, me being long-winded like I am right now. But yeah, let's actually get some work done around here. All right, wish I had a before and after to show you guys. That time lapse went a little bit faster than I would have liked it to, but that is everything that I've gathered. Grab this log right here. And one thing I know I'm gonna have to do right away is figure out a way to burn these, chop them down, do something like that, because there were some smaller ones like this one, where if you're not careful, you can trip over that sucker. But you know, this opens it up a lot. You know, this is, I mean, I guess could act as like a back way to the campsite, you know, because we got it right there. Or, you know, if we had any other people that, you know, wanted to come camp out on the land, you know what I'm saying, we would have our tent in this area, and then they could, you know, have theirs over here potentially. Now, one thing I wanted to show y'all about this land and a lot of the garbage and different things that have accumulated over the 100 years that it's been in our family is stuff like that. Old TVs. Pretty sure that's what this is. I think it's just like an old TV and some other stuff. I got my work cut out for me, y'all. I really do. But on the bright side, I think the abundance of nature back here, and just, I mean, listen how quiet it is. It's just nothing. At night, you hear coyotes. You'll hear the occasional, you know, little raccoon or armadillo, something like that, that's making its way around looking for snacks and food and different things like that, which I'm fine with. It's the predators I have an issue with. But I've learned with them, one, leave them alone, they'll leave you alone. Two, as long as you have a fire, should be okay. And then three, if those first two steps don't work, carry a pew-pew. Because if you're on private land, who's going to tell you no? Always check your, I hate to say this, makes me want to vomit, but always check your state and whatever regulations. Ugh. I think everybody deserves to, you know, have a firearm if they choose. To defend your life is a God-given right. It's not a government right. The duty of the government is to preserve your freedoms given to you by your Creator, not tell you which ones you have. But that's just my personal opinion. I'm not a politician. Don't claim to be. Don't want to be. But right now, I'm actually walking down. There's one thing that I wanted to try to move down to the campsite. And if you guys don't know where I'm at right now, I'm at the creek. The tiny one. There's a bigger one. I haven't showed y'all that yet. That'll probably be another video, because I want to take the dogs, because I got 2 doggies, and I want to show you guys them going swimming, because that's awesome. Excuse me. But this area right here, I gotta show you all this, man. This is just gorgeous. This area right here, when you come past the creek, or tiny creek, there's this nice sun area right here. And I don't really know what that is. These little berries. I don't know if those turn into flowers or really what that is. But anyways, I'm getting all ADHD. But yeah, see? Nice and sunny. If you ever want some sunshine, this is where you come, baby. So through here, now one thing I do want to add, one thing I would really like to add is that this whole area that you're seeing behind me, when we first got here in the winter, couldn't even get through. Could not even get through here. Like, I mean, it was so overgrown. It was just, it was terrible. But this is where we stacked a lot of the debris right here. This was mainly my pile. My girl, she's a G, and she moved all this big stuff. I told her not to, but you know how it goes, you know. Plus, don't want to Don't want to get on her bad side, especially if she's moving stuff like that. But anyways, so let me set out on what I was coming out here to do. Just trying to avoid spider webs and stuff. But there is a... Where the heck is it at? There was... Oh, there it is. There's a... What the heck? Look at this, guys. See what I mean? Oh, wow. That's stout. I can't even kick that. Okay, well... Probably a snake in there. I want to leave him alone. But, I mean, yeah, look at this. Both of these. Great addition to the campsite. This thing right here. It's probably heavier than sin, but probably make it work, you reckon? Let's see if I can carry it while I'm holding the camera. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? I don't know how in the world I'm going to pick this thing up, but I got it. So I want to carry this back to the campsite. You know, mainly so we got a little something extra to sit on. Stuff like that. Don't think I'm going to be able to do it with one hand. So I'll see y'all back at the camp. My next investment is definitely going to be a selfie stick and a tripod. Because carrying this thing, making sure I got the up angle and all that bull honky. Nah, man, it ain't for me. Oh man, I'm joking around too much. Anyways, so this is what I got, guys. Right there. Oh, yeah, it's great. It's a great little thing. You can set all kinds of stuff on this. You can sit on it. I don't really know if I'd want to, but yeah, you can sit on it right here next to the fire. Which, don't roast me, guys. I gotta get a shovel and a rake and everything, and I really gotta clean this out. So please don't roast me. There's a lot to roast me for, so roast me for something else. But I'll be honest, y'all. I think this is probably gonna do it for this video. I got a lot done today that I wanted to do, and in my real world life, I'm starting a new job tomorrow, and you know, that's nerve-wracking. And you know, but coming out here, it's my peace, it's my serenity. It's pretty much the main reason that I moved back out here to Alabama, was to, you know, be closer to, you know, some of my other family, and mainly just be in nature whenever I want. You know, if I have a rough day at work, I can come out here and I can hang out and I can write. And now I got this, I got videos I can make, and you know, and it's also, I feel like, a good way for my family to kind of keep up with me, see what I'm up to, and, you know, stuff like that. These days, you know, everybody's got their own stuff going on, you know. I mean, everybody's busy, or, you know, their wife's doing this or their husband's doing that, you know, and all that good stuff. But anyway, any and all support would be appreciated. James Touches Grass, that's on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. I don't have any other accounts other than my personal ones, which is Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. But as far as the channel, getting any updates, videos, stuff like that, all of that's going to be on those sites that I mentioned. All of my short form content will be largely on Instagram. All of my long form content, like the video you're watching right now, will be on YouTube. And I'll upload clips here and there. But other than that, if you want long form stuff, YouTube. If you want little reels, here's and there, Instagram. But aside from that, I'm gonna head back. I got jacket I gotta bring back, and I've got my backpack that you guys saw me lug down here. So other than that, go touch grass like me, and have a good day.